Hi, it's Paul Fisher again. Uh, just to give you a quick run through of one of my latest sketchbooks using the pen and wash technique. This one is based on towns and villages and so forth in Europe. Just a quick reminder of the equipment I use. I use Winsor Newton and Daniel Smith watercolours, especially colours like quinacridone gold and sienna, and their green apatite genuine. And then the Winsor Newton ones I tend to use are the blues and lemon yellow and so forth. All very good high quality paints. And the pens I use for the thin lines and so forth, I use Pigma Micron pens. I use a 0.1 and a 0.2, and then where I want nice fuzzy areas where there's sort of dirty shadows and so forth, as underneath these windows, and you can see where the sky has just kissed the top of that building there. For that I use a Coico fountain pen with non-waterproof ink. So start off with a Paris street scene. You know that I put people in as well, just to give a bit of movement and a bit of scale and so forth. So as I say, Paris. They're moving very quickly to Venice, a lovely place to visit, with several lovely canal scenes and the gondolas, of course. And then trip over to Portofino, another lovely place. You'll notice that where I've got the focal point, I use a lot of colour and so forth, but outside of that I might sketch in some of the buildings or objects and so forth, but I may not paint them, or I might just use a bit of shadow colour on them, just to concentrate the eye onto the focal point. It's Portofino again, and then rising up, the parish church of Malia in Malta. So here I was doing a series of skylines, Valletta churches, Malta, the parish church of Malia again in Malta, but from a different angle, and then going on to a Rome skyline, and you can see where I've in the background there. I do enough just to support the focal point, but otherwise keep it nice and soft and gentle and light. One of the Rome skyline, and then over to Florence, the Florence Cathedral with Giotto's bell tower. Same scene again, but from a different angle. And then the Orthodox Russian church in Nice, amazing looking building. And then Calvi waterfront, Corsica. Back to cathedral in Palermo, and then to France, Conques in France. And again, an example here. I think perhaps I've taken this a little bit too far, but where I've kept the sort of side buildings and back buildings unpainted, apart from a bit of shadow work, to keep the eye on the focal point. I think perhaps I might have put a little bit more colour on the, the side buildings there. Saint Cirque La Popie in village in France, and Rocamadour in France. I must try and pronounce these properly. And then over to Dinan, France. Some lovely old Tudoresque type buildings. This is the waterfront in Dinan. Another street scene in Dinan. And again, and then Annecy in France, nice canal scene. Colmar in the Alsace region of France, and then over to Koppelpoort in Amersfoort, a lovely bridge, old medieval bridge and gate there. Some sunnier areas, Klima Beach in Greece. And then back over to the Venice area, Burano, lovely colourful buildings. And then the Church of the Mother of God in Lake Bled, where apparently you can go over there. You have to be rowed over in traditional craft, and if you ring the bell twice, you can make a wish. And then finally, the Ponte della Dogana in Venice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. These are all landscapes, as you'll see, landscape-orientated paintings. I like to fill the whole sketchbook with artwork on the reverse side of the paper as well. The reason for that is that if you don't, somebody later on can take some of the artwork out, cut it out, and mount it. It's less likely to happen if you paint on both sides of the paper. And to keep the integrity of the sketchbook, I always tend to paint on both sides. So the sides which are unpainted at the moment, I will do those pictures in portrait, again, so that when they flip over, they all work together. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. See you again. Bye.